This is BBC World News. I'm Christian Fraser. Our top stories. European markets have closed down by more than 3% as investors remain worried after the collapse of the Silicon Valley Bank. The UK Chancellor sets out his spring budget in Parliament, extra help for childcare and scrapping the limit on tax-free pension savings are part of the government's plan.
Today, we build for the future. With inflation down, debt falling and growth up, the declinists are wrong and the optimists are right.
Conflicting accounts from Washington and Moscow as a US drone crashes into the Black Sea after an encounter with a Russian fighter jet. We are expecting an update on that story from the US Defense Secretary shortly. This is The Scene, live at the Pentagon. And a small number of wolves settle in Belgium for the first time in more than 100 years as numbers continue to rise across Europe. Hello, welcome to BBC World News. It's been a turbulent old day on the world stock markets. There are fears that more financial institutions could face trouble after the collapse of the US-based Silicon Valley Bank. Shares in the bank Credit Suisse plunged, ending the day almost 25% down. The Swiss bank's fall came after the Saudi National Bank, that is Credit Suisse's largest investor, said it could not provide any more financial assistance. The Swiss bank has struggled with scandals, legal issues and leadership changes in recent weeks. More widely, stock markets around the world have suffered falls. Let's take a look then at the state of the markets right now. You'll see that in New York, the Dow Jones is currently at its lowest level since last autumn. And a similarly negative story for the London FTSE 100, which is down, there you can see, 0.63%. We can speak to Lana Nguyen, who is the US finance editor for Reuters. She joins us from New York. Thank you very much for being with us. So there's blood in the water. The short sellers are circling and they're looking first and foremost at Credit Suisse.
Yes, that's right. So Credit Suisse has had a very dramatic decline in its stock price today, I think as much as 30%. And it's a pretty serious situation because Credit Suisse is what's known as a globally systemically important bank. And what that means is that Credit Suisse has a lot of huge interconnections across the global banking system, from European banks to US banks and banks around the world. So this is really something that regulators and the public should be taking very seriously because of Credit Suisse's status in the industry.
Reuters has just reported in the last few minutes that Switzerland, the government in Switzerland, is under pressure from at least one other major government to intervene quickly. What do we know about that?
So we don't know what exactly is happening there, but we do know, and we've been in discussions for many months now about Credit Suisse's position